Nick, a century on the opening day of the season, I guess that's the perfect start, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think, yeah, 100%. It's one of them things that you think about throughout pre-season and you go, I want to start well. And every county cricketer in the country would have said, I want to score 100 or take a fifer. So, yeah, really pleasing that I was able to do that today.
And just tell us about the nerves walking out for the first day of the season. I guess you've been inside for 6 months practicing, so, you know, how is it when you're actually walking out there?
Yeah, it's an interesting one because, like you say, everyone wants to do well and you're playing in front of a crowd. And so you do think about the outside stuff that can affect your mind, and it is just important it's so simple to just watch the ball, but other stuff can creep in. So yeah, it was nice to just get that first ball out the way and then forget about it, move on, and then time to bat.
And for yourself and the other batters out there, it was freezing cold today, extremely windy. So how hard is it to keep your concentration in those sorts of conditions?
Yeah, it was difficult because you have balls where the wind will pick up and your bat would move in the wind, so your balance would go because the wind was so strong and it would knock you over. So that's where it was quite tricky, I'd say, to whether to pull out or whether to continue facing the ball, and then you've got to automatically switch to, right, let's watch the ball. So it was a different kind of day for that. It was tricky for their bowlers, especially at the Hayes Close end where they're bowling into the wind. But we managed to get through it all right.
And after you made your 100, you know, you got out on 107, you looked pretty disappointed when you were walking off. You know, what were you thinking just at that time? Yeah,
we wanted to get through the day, myself and Cookie, none down and come back tomorrow and get a real big score. A little bit disappointed with the way I got out. It's probably one of the only mistakes that I made, really. I pushed out in front of myself and left a bit of a gap for the ball to swing back in and cannon into off stump. Yeah, a little bit disappointed, but you know, you'd take 100 first game, but it would have been nice if we'd, you know, continued tomorrow.
And we finished the day on 272 for 4, you know, given the conditions, opening day of the season, you'd have taken that right at the end of day one?
Yeah, 100%. Especially losing the toss and being put in. We probably would have bowled as well, 100%, and with a little bit of rain around yesterday. So yeah, 100% we would have taken that. More runs to get tomorrow still if we can post a really big score, keep them out there for a while and let our bowlers do their job.
And just lastly, from a personal perspective, you know, first century of the season, first game, have you set yourself any goals, any targets, and if you have, are you happy to share them?
No, I always set 1,000 runs a year goal, but actually this year has been a bit of a change for me. I've tried to stay away from the result so much and forget about, you know, it'd be nice to score 100. Forget about that. I've been trying to break it down a little bit more and completely forget about runs and just, I know it's such a cliche, but ball by ball, and if I can bat time, then I will score runs. And I've flipped my mindset a little bit this year and in that respect. So hopefully it worked nicely today, and I felt like I was in a good mental space, concentration wise. And so hopefully that can continue throughout.